Hello, ladies and gentlemen, witches, muggles, humans alike. Welcome so much to Witch Talk, and thank you for joining us today on this beautiful Thursday. Or it looks beautiful. I haven't been outside yet. First, I want to kick this off with welcome to Sagittarius, the Archer Zodiac Edition for Cup of a Crown. Thank you guys so much for being patient with me this week. I've had to take a couple mental health days off. A relative of mine went through surgery, and I was there for her during this time. And I was really getting into really fun witchy stuff. And believe me, I will be telling you all about it when I drop some witch talk stuff today. I'm very excited. So we're dealing with Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is the mutable fire sign. Sagittarius is also known as the Archer from November 22nd from December 21st. I have known a great deal of Sagittariuses from many ranges, and they're complex. They're not one of my favorites, but I do have people that are my favorite people, and they are Sagittarius. For example, my cousin-in-law, my best friend's husband, my baby cousin's husband, both best friend, baby cousin. Her husband's Sagittarius, and he's really one of the most amazing men I've ever met. He's probably in the top 3 after my husband and my dad. And it's just, they're hit or miss depending what they're rising and what their like their moon sign is. Like, honestly, like, I know some really awful Sagittariuses, and then I know some really amazing Sagittariuses. Sagittariuses are about the art of philosophy, idealism, religion, spiritual growth. The Sagittariuses I know are constantly searching to the balanced Sagittariuses are looking for that sense of balancing out one's spirituality and constantly spiritually growing. And that's something that I definitely see in the balanced Sagittariuses that I know. They're incredibly optimistic. They're positive outlook, forward planning, definitely big picture planning. I definitely see that in my cousin-in-law. He is incredibly forward-thinking. He's an incredible businessman and family guy. Worships the ground my cousin walks on. 135%. Sagittarius enjoys the travel. You know, the freedom of movement. They enjoy their freedom. And they definitely enjoy the outdoors. They're big on honesty, justice, and morality. If you have a balanced Sagittarius, and it's one of those huge things for them is that they like to know they're very ethical, and they make really, really great. The balanced Sagittariuses that I know, they make really great family people too, and really good partners. Like, if you have a balanced Sagittarius, they make really, really great partners. Big imaginations, big aspirations, and also very open-mindedness. And it was it's very amazing to see like how far an imagination will go with a Sagittarius, because even when they watch movies or read books, they have such a big hunger for stepping outside of their own shoes, which is amazing. they're very witty, intellectual, and they have flashes of intuition. They're not exactly magically inclined. Some of them are, depending on their other signage, but they can if they want to be. Now, they're very generous. They're incredibly pleasure-based. When I say pleasure-based, I don't just mean sexually. I also mean, like, when it comes to food, when it comes to life, they have a hunger for life, 135%. And sometimes, most of the times when it comes to unbalanced Sagittarius, they have a hunger for it so badly that they're self-destructive. They are truly gypsies at heart. And I don't mean gypsies in a really... an unbalanced Sagittarius is a gypsy in a bad way. They constantly put their own selfish desires above what's the good of people that love them. And when you're looking at the negative aspects of Sagittarius, they're very argumentative. They want you, it's their way or the highway. They're impatient to be moving. They constantly want to be, like, in a state of motion. They're critical of those who deny their talents, and that's 130% true. They're one of those people that if you don't use it, lose it. But that's even if they don't even use their own talents that they have. They're a gambler at heart, and they are, to the point where it's self-sabotaging. They'll be like, that's why a lot of people view Sagittarius as the cheating sign, because they gamble to the point of self-destruction. They can be very fanatic and hot-headed. Fails to plan adequately. They don't think things through. Like, at all. They tend to preach, but they don't ever accept they don't practice what they preach. They are very uncommitted. When it comes to a balanced Sagittarius, they want that relationship. They want that romance. They want that great love Jane Austen story. But for an unbalanced Sagittarius, they like to play the field. And they like to enjoy their pleasurable freedom. Okay. Fears any responsibility that curtails freedom. 182%. The Sagittarius, the unbalanced Sagittarius, I know, will literally they do escape all types of responsibility and literally avoid it because it curtails their freedom, or it suppresses what they want selfishly. And that's something that I see 100, and like with unbalanced Sagittarius, with bad Sagittarius, that's the headliner for their self-destruction. They're indulgent, and they're blundering and inept, and that's 100% true. I've known a lot of really bad Sagittarius, and to the point where if someone tells me they're a Sagittarius, I have to sit and wait and watch to see if they're the kind of Sagittarius that I want to spend time with, because I have been burned by Sagittarius left, right, and sideways. But there's also really great things in Sagittarius. Sagittarius, especially when it comes to, like, my cousin-in-law. Like, and I look at these positive traits that I have listed about Sagittarius, and it's him, 100 billion%. He's very frank and open, especially with, like, when it comes to the safety of friends and family. He's very optimistic. He does see the best in people, and it takes a lot for him to sit there and to be like, okay, that's a bad person. like, frankly. It takes a lot for him to say that. They're very honest and fair-minded. If you have a good, balanced Sagittarius, they're the kind of people that you want to open up to, that you want to have your back, that you want fighting in your corner, because if they believe in you, they believe in you beyond anything can comprehend. And if you have a Sagittarius's love, and it's a balanced Sagittarius, then instead of pulling you through the ringer like an unbalanced Sagittarius and try to fuck up your life and abuse you, a balanced Sagittarius will treat you like royalty every step of the way. And I mean roses every Friday, cleans, to show their love and appreciation. They're very intuitive and understanding when it comes to their partners. If you have a balanced Sagittarius, and I keep saying balanced Sagittarius because it's exactly that. A good Sagittarius will exhibit everything you want in a person, but an unbalanced Sagittarius will fuck up your world faster than a fire in a shitstorm, and that's 100% true. A good Sagittarius is very spiritual and enthusiastic. They are inspiring, and they are disarmingly happy, and they're very easygoing, and they're mentally stimulating and emotionally stimulating. They're very happy-go-lucky, and they really don't hold on to grudges. And they're very sensual. These are the kind of, if you have a good Sagittarius, they make great partners. But if you have a bad Sagittarius, run. Like, as fast as a TikTok video, run. Because they're not something you want to play with, like, at all. So when it comes to me and Sagittarius, they're 1 to 10, they rate like, I've done a lot of bad Sagittariuses, so it's going to go kind of low on the ranking. It's going to be like a 4 or a 5 on the Sagittarius realm, because the Sagittariuses that I know are very rare and far in between, but they're, on the people scale, they hit like a 22 out of 10. But a bad Sagittarius, Lord, Goddess, Hearn, Hecate, help. They're the kind of people that can be toxic, and you can drown in their toxic tar. So that's definitely a sign that I would warn against. And if you're a Sagittarius and you're a balanced Sagittarius and you're one of those that knows your hiccups and knows your hangups, comment. If you're one of those Sagittariuses and you've been with Sagittarius, like, tell us your stories when it comes to any of the zodiacs. Like, comment, share, see what you think. Like, I would love to hear from you. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me this morning. I will be back tomorrow with Cup of the Crown, and we're going to go over the 10th sign. We are almost over with this series, and I'm just kind of flabbergasted. I'm really excited. We're working our way downtown, walking fast. No, and we're homebound. Well, thank you so much, guys, for staying with me today. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. We're going to be dropping a Baby Witch episode this week, probably tomorrow. And then we will be going from there and talking about my fun witchy adventures when it comes to necromancy. Thank you guys so much. You have a blessed day and a productive Thursday. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again.